Today.
All right, how can I help you?
I was wondering if you could help guide me to a list of properties that might be behind on their back taxes.
We don't have anything like that yet. We won't until we're getting ready to do um, tax lien sale. The first advertising is not going to be until November the 3rd.
November the
And
3rd.
after we advertise in the paper, it'll be online
Okay,
at our website.
so just so I get a better understanding, so the properties that get behind on their back taxes,
Mhm.
basically, if someone told me that if I go and speak to the owner of the property and doesn't want the property anymore, if I paid those taxes, I'd be able to take over the property.
No, that's not the way it works. I don't know who told you that, but that's incorrect information. The way that a tax lien works is that all delinquent taxes go to tax lien sale. It's advertised first in the paper for 4 weeks before the sale, and then on the day of the sale, an investor comes in and purchases a lien against the delinquent taxes. The investor does not have any right to the property, and if they harass the property owners, the property owners can call the police on them. After 3 years, if the investor has held on to the lien for 3 years and the taxes have not been paid, they can request a treasurer's deed. They have to put down anywhere between $400 to $600, and then all interested parties in the pertaining to the property will be notified and letting them know that if they don't pay X number of dollars by X due date, that they will lose the home. It's a slower process. It's not automatic at all.
November 2nd comes around, and then you guys post stuff on the internet. I mean, post stuff on the newspaper, and then a month later, I come back around and I want to purchase that lien on that property, that or the back taxes basically. From there, I it's just a 3-year long-term investment. Where basically if the if the person if the person pays the lien, they pay me off basically, right?
Well, everything comes through us, so
And
they're
then
not
you
going
pay
to
us,
pay you directly. They will pay the taxes through us, and then we will send you a check.
then you'll send us a check.
Mhm.
And is it just the check on the amount, or is there like an interest on it, or something
There is
along those
some
lines?
interest. Last year it was 10% per annum, so it was less than 1% per month. Also, say you purchase a lien at our tax lien sale, which is December the 1st this year, then you're not going to get an interest check every month. That's not the way it works. You get a check whenever it gets paid.
Hmm.
Then in July, say the second year taxes does not get paid, or none of it gets paid, then in July, as an investor, you will receive a letter asking if you want to hold on to that lien by paying the second year taxes on it. And then if they still don't pay and you pay the third, and then after the third year, if they don't pay and you want the property, then that's when you request a treasurer's deed.
And a treasure deed then makes me the owner of the property.
Yes, but it's still, like a 4 to 6, sometimes 8 month process before that happens.
And during this whole time, if they pay the taxes, I get my I get my money back with the
With
interest
some
on it.
interest. Mhm.
And if it goes for 3 years and I just keep paying it, I could. And so the taxes on the property are basically, so if it's like $1 million property and they haven't paid their taxes on it, the taxes would be about $10,000 potentially.
I don't know, sir. Just depends on the property, the mill
Got you.
levy for that year, that kind of thing.
Okay, so um, yeah, so November 2nd is when you release this information, correct?
Right. Mhm.
And um, then December 2nd is when someone with money can come in after looking at the properties, is there only one investor per property, or could there be multiple investors per property?
The way it works is it's an open auction. So we'll have an auctioneer. It could be someone that's hired. It could be the treasurer and the chief deputy, and they'll start off. You have to bid on it, and whatever amount of money that you bid, that you do not get back. Say you bid, say you're bidding on a property that has $10,000 worth of taxes, and the bidding goes up to $1,000 or $1,200, then you'll be paying, $1,200. I mean, 10,000 plus the $1,200, but you only get your money back on the $10,000.
Got you. And do you have how many homes roughly every year on average you get posted?
It just varies. Sometimes we start out when we do our first advertising, and actually, like I said, the first advertising this year is on Friday, November the 3rd, and we can start out with 400 or 500 up to 600 or more properties, but between that day and uh, November the 30th, they have that opportunity to pay. They, being the homeowners, have that opportunity to pay the taxes. So by the time we go to tax lien sale, it could be cut down to 200 or 300.
200 or 300. And then
Mhm.
and then how many, just as how many homes have you ever seen where people didn't pay their tax liens?
The the amount of property that goes to tax lien sale has always been less than 1%. Um, but recently there've been a little bit more, but it's never been a whole lot.
Okay, and this is my last question. Is
Mhm.
my last question is um the like, do you see like open land go to tax lien? Um,
Um, I don't pay attention to that, so I don't know.
do you post that type of stuff too, or no?
Um,
Or is it mostly with homes?
no, it's mostly with the homes.
Okay,
That's usually mostly what goes to tax lien sale.
got you. Um, and then okay, maybe this would be the last question. Is if I was looking for like a open piece of land, not too big, what I mean, just something simple, that is like is there anywhere I could locate something that is just a good that is fairly inexpensive that you guys know of that um in that you guys know of in the area?
I don't know.
Okay,
I
that
I don't know. You can try the public trustees, see if they have any foreclosures. You could try that if you want.
public trustees. What's
Mhm.
that phone
I,
number?
that phone number is 303-443-3636.
Let me write it down. 1 second.
Okay?
303
443
443
3636.
3636, and that's the.
Mhm. That's the public trustees office. They're the ones that handle the foreclosures.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm doing pretty good. My name is Mark, and I had a quick question. Um, do you guys have a list of homes that are potentially going into foreclosure?
No, we don't. We actually, what we have on our website is actually you can do a property or a foreclosure search on our website, and
What's your website?
it's www.bouldercountypt, P as in Paul, T as in Tom, .org,
Boulder County
pt.org.
TT dot.
Yeah, pt.org. And then if you go under foreclosures, there's a drop down, and you can go under search. You can do a search.
I hope I spelled
And
it correctly. Okay, okay, Boulder County Public Trustee foreclosure
mhm,
search.
mhm, yep. And then you can just put you can put in like what they call the NED date range, and that will bring up everything that's been. The NED is what commences. It's the notice of election and demand, which commences the foreclosure.
Okay.
And you can put a date range in there and pull that, and then pull up anything in that to see, what has been. And then you can go into that file and see what the sale date, that kind of thing.
Okay, so
Information about that.
sorry about that. I'm sorry. The NED date range you said?
NED date range, yeah. I mean, like if you put, let's just say January 1st, 2017 to June of 2017, it'll pull up all the foreclosures where the NED recorded and within that date range. And it'll show you, and then you can go into each, any of those foreclosures and see, sale date, what's going on with the foreclosure.
Okay, so just so I get my wrap my head around it, I did exactly what you said, and I just pulled one up, and I click on the first one, and it gives a address, it gives legal description, all that, current owner, all that stuff.
Right.
And then I would this also give me, okay, so it tells me when it's going to be foreclosed on, or
It should you can go in and it'll, let me just pull something up here real quick so that I can, you can, if you click on sale information, it'll tell you when it went to sale or if it's gone, if it went, what's the sale date, things like that.
when, okay, so sell information
to the
for,
left there's address, bankruptcy basics, there's all this, and then you can even view documents to the left of, once you're in the file, the property details.
Got you.
Okay.
Okay, so like the sell information, it says sell information for sale scheduled 1/10/2018. So like for example, it's not going to be sold. So if I was able to make a bid on this purchase on this property or something, I would reach out to them and try to work something out in between these dates before it goes to a foreclosure sale.
Well, you can, yeah. I mean, because basically it's the property owner. It's still the property owner's property, and it can't go to foreclosure sale through our office any sooner than that date.
Gotcha. And so I would end up contacting the owner of the property and just talking to him about what's going on, and
That they're willing to talk to you.
if they're
and
willing.
they may have.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. Because and they may be working. We never know. They could be, working out something with their lender, or doing things. So it's always, we never know really what's going on because we have a little piece of the whole picture
Gotcha.
that we do through our office.
Gotcha. So it's just grunt work from this point forward. Just basically kind of try to reach out to one of them at a time and see what's going on and
Yeah, and you also want to make sure that that you, like, if you look and see what the current status is as well.
current status.
And under if you're in the property search screen, they're under, right across from search criteria. It says glossary of terms. You may want to click on that as well, because things, we may have a sale date, but they could have withdrawn the foreclosure by now and things like that.
What do
So
they
it's no
call?
longer an
What do you
active
call that
foreclosure.
again?
Withdrawn.
Property details, and then you go where again?
If you're in the foreclosure search screen, just in your search criteria, there's a place where you can click on glossary of terms,
Glossary
and that
of
will
terms.
give you and you probably want to take a look at that, because so that you know what the status is of the foreclosure.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And The last question is, if do you have any way of determining whether they're just open land property versus
Mm, not really. I mean, you can possibly try to check with the assessor's office if he's got that address, that kind of thing. But we don't know. We're like I said, we're just foreclosing on a deed of trust, and we're not. We don't know whether it's commercial property, um, you know,
Yeah,
con residential, that kind of thing.
gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye bye.